Good afternoon, I'm Jeff Lyons. It is Monday, Martin Luther King Day, January the 19th, 2:30. Time for the afternoon weather update here. And we have some cold temperatures out there, but it may get even colder with some snow coming our way by the end of the week. So let's kind of unpackage all that. First off, we have sunshine out there now and 23 degrees, but the dew point is below zero. The air extremely dry, down to 32%. There's actually an elevated fire risk across the tri-state. You don't normally think of fires in the winter, but it has been extremely dry across the region, so that is a concern out there. And the humidity is going to stay very low. You might have noticed that in your nose, your skin, your lips chapping and everything, with exceptionally dry air out there. For tonight, we're looking at clear skies. Temperatures will fall into the single digits. We have bitter morning wind chills tomorrow morning, probably at or slightly below zero. Of course, the kids are getting back to school tomorrow, so you want to make sure that everybody's triple layered out there. And then looking ahead, the weekend could get pretty interesting. We have a couple of scenarios that I'm going to run by you here in a minute. If you watch Byron Douglas earlier today, he put an alert day on for the weekend for that potential, or actually it was an alert for an alert day for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's still too far out really to nail down accumulations and so forth, and we'll get into all of the nitty-gritty here in just a moment. Winds are currently out of the west at up to 16 to 18 miles per hour, and that has driven wind chills down into the low teens across the entire tri-state. So if you are getting outside today, maybe just for a brisk walk, you're trying to keep up with that New Year's resolution to get an exercise and steps, just make sure you are dressed for the weather. Even though the sun's out, it's not very warm out there at all. Our wind chill tomorrow will start out in the low single digits here at 6 a.m. during the beginning of the commute and eventually wind up in the lower 20s. We are expecting less of a cold day tomorrow with temps rising into the mid-30s. However, we have some very cold wind chills to get through and possibly a return to those by the end of the week and the weekend. This current level here of wind chill, you'd want to have 2 to 3 layers on, and of course, protect your feet, warm boots and things like that. Pretty common sense, but you'd be surprised, just an extra layer in there, whether it's a cotton or wicking t-shirt, extra socks can really make a difference in your overall feeling of being not quite so cold out there. Over the next 7 days, temperatures are going to be way below normal. Typically, we're around 41 this time of the year, and except for Wednesday when we hit 44, we have a very cold run of days coming up with a high on Saturday. This will be your weekend now where we have that snow potential only up to 19 degrees. Unfortunately, you will likely take a hit here on your heating bills as it gets this cold. All right, I'm going to walk you to two scenarios now. And remember, this is Monday. We're looking ahead to Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we're still 5, 6 and a half days out. There's a lot of variability in the models. But the reason snow is getting talked about is it is in fact showing up in at least the European model, which brings some snow in here on Saturday morning into the evening, and at least just with a rough glance here, heavier amounts would be expected south with lesser or tapering amounts going to the north. I'm not going to put the numbers on there because they're meaningless at this point, but that's the general idea. Heavier snow to the south, and then northerly winds there as that system pulls away on Sunday will reinforce the cold air, and if we have snow on the ground, that snowpack will keep it pretty cold out there as well. So we have that. Now on the GFS model, which is kind of our go-to on a day-to-day basis, we always look at both of course, but I want to show you the discrepancy here, and it's a big one. So on Saturday morning, you see snow only making it up to the Tennessee-Kentucky border and pretty much staying away from the tri-state. So if you simply went by the GFS model today, and that would be foolish anyway, to go with either one, you'd say, now we're not going to get snow this weekend. But the fact that some of the models are signaling snow means that we need to keep an eye on it, and you do too, as it could be impactful if the track moves a little bit farther to the north. So there will be some variability. The forecast is going to change as we move through the week, and this is something we can kind of follow together, and it should become a a lot clearer by about Wednesday, Thursday. We should then, at that point, have the higher resolution models that are capable of giving us a little clearer picture of how much snow might fall and where. But one thing is certain, it's going to be cold and well below normal. That cold outbreak that we're experiencing now and will continue through the weekend has been showing up here in the longer range stuff for a couple of weeks. So I have more confidence it's going to be cold than that it's going to snow. One other little fly in the ointment here will be Wednesday morning. Now remember, I told you the low on Wednesday is going to get down to about 25. But by the afternoon, we'll get into the mid-40s. And so we do have a disturbance moving through whereby we might see a little snow or a rain-snow mix, wintry mix coming in early and then changing over to all rain before it moves out. Now, at the moment, I'm not thinking that this will have much impact on travel on Wednesday morning, simply because our window of opportunity for snow versus rain is very small. The temperature will be rising, winds will have shifted to the south during the morning. So that's another thing that we're watching, at least in the short term. And I'll have a better fix on that today on 14 News at 4. And by the way, we have no over-the-air newscast today. I had a couple emails from you because of the NBA on NBC, the basketball. We will be streaming our newscast, so you'll get them here, and we'll have full service for you there. But there will not be anything on TV today. And of course, I'll be back with our normal 9 o'clock stream tonight. 9 degrees overnight tonight. Very cold out there, even for here in this time of the year. 33 tomorrow, mostly sunny and less windy, so we'll break above freezing there briefly. And then our 7-day forecast has just a variety on it, with that chance of maybe some light snow or rain early Wednesday morning, and then snow late Friday into early Sunday possible in here. And that, of course, is the time frame that we are watching as we get into the week. So that is all I have for you today on the First Alert Weather Stream show here at 2:30. Again, our 4, 5, and 6 p.m. broadcast news will not be on television today. We will be here for you, though, on the app or on the stream. However you're watching me right now, just keep in mind that the news will be on there, and we'll have regular newscasts for you. Same for 10. Very unusual. I don't think in all my years we've ever had a day where all the news was blown out by sports coverage. But, you know, it's 2026. So anyway, I will see you here on the stream at 4 o'clock. You stay safe and warm and have a good afternoon.